Come along with Team Adventure Crew as we explore Lake Powell. The crew and I are going to take you on a fantastic voyage into this area.
Fantastic is right, Clint. During this adventure, we will be visiting Rainbow Bridge, camping on Davis Creek, and doing some kayaking in some unbelievable scenes.
First things first, to explore this lake, make sure you have your boat lined up. We didn't have one, so we stopped by Outdoor Sports located in Page, Arizona to rent ours. They seem to be the only boat rental company in town. Be sure to have a vehicle with a hitch. We recommend putting in at Antelope Point Marina. We picked this boat ramp because it will get you a lot further up the lake over Waheap. This will save you a lot of time getting to places like Rainbow Bridge. Don't forget your National Park Pass. It'll get you in this marina. So why did we pick Lake Powell for this adventure? Rumor had it that all kinds of incredible wonders were being exposed due to the lowered lake level. This is because of the major drought on the Colorado Plateau. Well, those rumors were right. Mr. Captain, you're Clint Pollock. Welcome aboard the adventure boat. Today our tour is going to take us around Lake Powell. We're going to see places like Rainbow Bridge and the Escalante branch of the canyon. So, what do you say we go take a look? Lake Powell is 186 miles long, and there are nearly 100 major side canyons just waiting for you to explore. Now watch for changing water color. This means there could be a hidden rock in the water, or it's starting to get shallow. Be extremely careful. Having an accident on Lake Powell, well, I think you get the picture.
We started back here, back on Antelope Point, and we've gone upriver. Beautiful cliffs, interesting trip, and we've come back to Dangling Rope Marina. That's where we are right now. Get some gas and get ready for our next round, which is we're going to pop over to Rainbow Bridge, the largest natural bridge in the world. So stay tuned.
Now be sure to fill up your tank and grab supplies whenever possible. It may not even be a bad idea to have a small gas can. There's no time to stall. This is serious adventuring. And running out of gas on Lake Powell equals a really bad day. Every time we filled up, we were nearly on empty. Well, it looks like we've arrived at our first destination, Rainbow Bridge National Monument. If being captain of the ship is not your thing, there are several companies in Page, Arizona that will gladly take you along for the ride. Make sure to plan at least 4 hours to get out to Rainbow Bridge. Ahoy, matey! Ready to dock ship! Dock ship, matey! Well, I'd say it's only about 102-3 degrees out here. We're on our way to Rainbow Bridge right now. Parked the boats over there. It's a little bit of a hike, about 1.25 miles. So definitely want to make sure you bring some water. I can't believe how hot it is. It's only beginning of June right now. It's over 100 degrees. Everything is hot. You wouldn't believe touching metal or sand. You could practically cook eggs on it. Alright, I think we're getting close to the Rainbow Bridge National Monument here. It's really an amazing place. I can't tell you how awesome the pictures are. Whoa, there it is! Hey, I see a rainbow. Maybe it's a delusion. It could be a delusion. It is a desert, it is 100 degrees, but it looks like a rainbow, alright. Matter of fact, I think I'll call it Rainbow Bridge. That's right, Rainbow Bridge. I like it. Now, Rainbow Bridge is the largest natural bridge in the world. It is about 290 feet high, and that's nearly the height of the Statue of Liberty. It spans around 275 feet across the river. Now, most likely water originally had flowed from the top here. Eventually it cut through this big slab of rock right here. As more and more rock fell, we ended up with this incredible formation. Now, this lake has dropped a lot of its water level. 7 years ago, that's where the water level was. You could actually drive right up to Rainbow Bridge and park your boat. But today, In 2006, it's a 1.25 mile hike up there. Well guys, that means we get to mark off Rainbow Bridge from our adventure list. How about it? Nice adventure, huh?
Put it up. Woo! Put it up. Bringing the adventure to you.
Check out the rest of this adventure when Team Adventure Crew finds a campsite, kayaks the Davis Creek, and explores the canyons around Lake Powell. The adventure continues after Rainbow Bridge as Team Adventure Crew heads to the Escalante River system of Lake Powell.
We're gonna go find a spot to camp. Nice secluded area, back in a little canyon. Probably bust out some kayaks. So stick around.
We heard that the Escalante River section of Lake Powell was one of the places to be. There are great canyons and plenty of secluded spots, like this one, which provided the perfect place to anchor the boat and take a dip in the cool water.
Hurrah!
I'd recommend bringing a pair of water shoes. Not only can the sandstone be sharp, but it can also burn your bare feet. New landmarks are being exposed all the time. Lake Powell's water level has dropped over 50 feet since the mid-1990s. These new areas have been hit by a lot of irresponsible visitors. So just make sure that you're not one of those people and you clean up your campsite after you leave and try and leave it better than you found it if you can. From the looks of it, we're not alone anymore, so off we went to explore another one of the nearly 100 side canyons. 250 Mormon pioneers created a hole in the rock to lower their 80-plus wagons, livestock, and other belongings down the 45-degree slope, traveling nearly a mile to the river. The expedition took 60 days. After a full day of boating, the crew and I were getting hungry, so we started scouting for some campsites. Weaving in and out of the canyon walls, around every corner, not sure what awaits us. From a distance, we could see what could be the spot. Is it? Is it? Ah, somebody's already got it. That's one great spot. So on we went. We knew we found the right canyon when we saw our fellow kayakers. After all, Great Canyon kayaking was a big reason why we came to Lake Powell. The canyon walls were towering hundreds of feet above us as we went around the last turn and discovered our spot. We set up camp and prepared a quick meal with our handy stove, the Jet Boil. Wow, what a great campsite. You know, in Lake Powell, you can camp pretty much anywhere you can find a spot to pull your boat up to. And you can find places like this. We just come across this arch right here, right in the middle of the canyon wall. Believe it or not, in the late 90s, the water used to be so high that you could jump right off this arch into the water. The campsite that we had here was basically mainly sand. We had to climb up a little ways. It's just incredible to think how many millions of years it took to form all the sandstone right here, and then how many millions of more years it took to erode it like you see here. When traveling on any shallow river, you should always have a lookout man. Gary was our lookout man, who was a little too concerned with the time to notice the obstacle we were about to hit.
What time is it?
The look on Gary's face, priceless. The jet ski was our cue to get in the water and have some fun.
What an incredible time we are having, and it's only day one. Stay tuned as we explore the canyons around Lake Powell.